What's up, guys? This is David Sikiniri Comics. Alright, doing another video. Alright, so we got a couple of videos for year 2022, and I'm here to show you my top 10 books in my collection. This is all has to do with monetary and also sought after major keys and some few variants that I have in my collection. So I hope you like what I have to show you. You've probably seen it a few times already, but why not show it again? All right, it's not like I'm buying a lot of books anyway. So there is a runner-up. Runner-up has to be contain of 4 books that I really want to show, but since this is all how would you say it, commission piece that I have gotten throughout my collecting years, and I don't do too much sketch or how would you say commission, but these are the 4 that I paid arm and a leg for. Alright, the very first one. So this is runner-up, alright, out of my top 10. So this 4 book is we consider as a top 11. Alright, first one, Civil War #2, blank, done by Spell Kills. This is my very first commission that was done at the Amazing Con in Hawaii. Alright, signed by Bendez, and along with this sketch, I told him I want, since I'm a Spider-Man guy, give me something Spider-Man. This is what he came out with. Alright, pretty dope, huh? Alright, and the next one is thanks to Contender. He went to, I believe he went to San Diego Comic Con, and Dan Mendoza was there, and I had to get this face, doll face #1. Oh man, that it's kind of dark, huh? But it's watercolor, signed by Dan Mendoza. Of course, I told him give me something a little risque with the shaka because I'm from Hawaii. So there it is, bro. There we go. Let me see if I can just change the lighting a little. Oh, there we go. So love that. So I didn't get it myself. Actually, I had to ask a friend of mine within the comic book community and Contender, real cool guy. So if you're watching this, bro, mahalo. Alright, the next one, it was from Emerald City Comic Con 2019. I think it's one of the best cons that I ever went to. Not that I went to a lot of cons, but anyway. The first one is the Batman Who Laughed. Happens to be my favorite villain, done by Mike Deodato Jr. And he did the back with the Batman in the back. That's cool, man. Yeah. So he wanted what, $250 per sketch. So I said, you know what, can you do both in? And he kind of gave me a deal for that. And this one I paid arm and a leg for it. But he's a legend of his own within this hobby. All right. And if you, like I said, you've probably seen it before. Here it is, Batman Who Laughs, Neil Adams, original sketch or commission. All right. So that is the runner-up. All right. So when it comes to number 10 in my top 10 books, this gotta be it. This is number 10. Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes, number 23, 1 out of 10, incentive variant, done by Adam Hughes. Yeah, thanks to Koi Cakes, I reached out to him. He was selling some of his collection, so I told him, what can you do for me? And he gave me a great deal. Now I can't believe how much it goes for. Back then, I believe this was about $800 to $900. Now this goes for at least about a good $1,500 to $1,800 now. So steadily has a steady growth, and I'm very happy that I got in this when I got it. So yeah, gotta recase it, but definitely a book that I'm really happy to have in my collection. Alright, so that was number 10. Number 9, NYX3. First appearance of Laura Kinney, later becomes X-23. Alright, I believe this was a miniseries. I believe there was a 7 issues. It was very dark. If you have read it, you know the thing that they went through, Laura Kinney went through, and how she overcame it. It was just a funny story is in Hawaii. This place LCS that I used to go to in Pro City. It's called Choice Comics. He had this set from 1 through 7 for I think they call it the blind auction. So I put my bid in. Won it by 1 cent. 1 cent now. Finally got it. Sent this one in along with the issue number 4. Issue 4 came back as a 9.4. This came back as a 9.6. Alright. Sold the 9.4, issue number 4, along with this. I send it back. Actually sent it to Leggett, Sean Leggett. If you don't know, he was part of the Unpressable Defect. Now he's a panel member for Flipside. He saw something that not many people could see, and he pressed it out from 9.6, came back as a 9.8. So thank you. Man, can't wait until she make it into MCU, huh? All right. So that was number 9. Number 8 happens to be one of my all-time favorite cover of Spider-Man. The late Michael Turner, rest in peace. Gone too early. Civil War, number 3, signed by Michael Turner. Always wanted to get this in a 9.8, especially when it's signed by him with the yellow label. Definitely need a new casing. But in this, if you haven't read Civil War, I highly advise it. The movie does not do any justice. It's just a lot of propaganda on a political matter as well. It's just how each superhero has thought about their identity being released in the public, and some people didn't. It was just a whole giddy kind of action where it was just the whole belief of what it was just fighting for what they believe in. All right. So same thing as what you saw in Civil War and within the MCU, but this has the whole Marvel universe clashed together, and of course Tony Stark, Iron Man, and Captain America went in. So it was a pretty good read. If you haven't get the trade, I highly recommend getting it. All right. So that was number 8. Yep, that was number 10, 9, 8. So number 7. Number 7 goes to Amazing Spider-Man 300, the very iconic Todd McFarlane cover. Full appearance of Venom. It's just... This book itself is going to be the classic, one of the modern day classic. I wouldn't mean by modern because it was done by 88, but it's the interior art itself is just phenomenal. It's a great story about how Eddie Brock's got the the symbiote, and how he wants to destroy Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Really great read. If you haven't, get the trade. I highly recommend it as well. But this is my number 7 book. 7. All right, number 6 goes to my sweetheart over here. Detective Comics, number 359. First appearance of Batgirl, Barbara Gordon.
He's pretty smart too. He built something strong.
Not the greatest cover of all time, but she's on the cover and first appearance. 5.5 off-white. I'm happy with it. But there is a lot of
There's no way they'll attack with him here.
Batgirls within the DC continuity, but I believe Barbara Gordon is the one, and will be the one that I know as a Batgirl. And it's pretty cool. Later, she becomes Oracle after she get shot by a Joker and killing Joker and killing jokes. If you haven't read that one too, go read it. All right, for number 5. Thanks to Doom 143 making this happen. He had a whole short box of graded books, and he traded that for this right here. Fantastic Four number 48. First appearance of Silver Surfer. First whatchamacallit, cameo appearance of Galactus. So once Fantastic Four comes along with the Silver Surfer, oh my god, you know this book's is gonna be more than what it is. All right. So yeah, so thanks Doom143, and also shout out to Brian, owner of LCS in Hawaii, Choice Comic. Hey, thanks a lot for making this happen, and really happy to have this in my collection. All right, that was number 4. Yeah, so this was number 4. All right, and number 3. Shout out to Edwin, Strictly Comics. I bought this from him raw, and he helped me got it graded, and it came back as 8.0 white pages. All right, I read this book, and this is the first appearance of oh geez, what's that island? Cocoa, and this happens to be Xavier. He's going and searching for all mutant. He found Aurora, Colossus, and anyway, and the way in this book, the way Aurora, oh man, Storm, I'm telling you, is one of the really beautiful panel. And that's all I can say. You have to read this. It's a really great book. They go to island of Krakoa, and later to become that island is not an island. It's a freaking living thing. All right. Yeah. So it doesn't say it here, but it tells you. It doesn't tell you here. But yeah, also this is the second full appearance of Wolverine as well too. But yeah, so I don't need to have an X-Men number 1. This is my X-Men number 1 right here, giant size X-Men number 1. All right. So that was my number 3. Of course, number 2. Thanks to Freddy562, I purchased this at a 4.0. All right, and he pressed it, cleaned it, and came back. Yeah, 6.0. I was stoked, so stoked to get this in back at the grade he got in. First full appearance of Wolverine. All right, you can have all you got discussion about 180, 181, but I don't care. This is the book to get. Awesome cover, first cover appearance, first full. Iconic cover, come on, can't go wrong with this, man. I read this book as well. Somehow Hulk goes into Canada, and their Canadian government releases the Wolverine to battle with Hulk, and yeah, that was pretty much it. Who wins? And actually nobody won. It was just after 182, just somehow that whole storyline, Wolverine never to see it again, and that's pretty much it. All right, as you guys know, I'm a Spider. Oh, I'm sorry. This was number 3, 4, 5. All right, I'm kind of losing space here. Number 2. This is number 2. I'm sorry, guys. I'm jumping ahead of myself here. Number 2. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. All right. So with that said, this book you probably will know already what's gonna be. Got this at a trade show at Choice Comic years and years ago, and like I said, this is the time that I could have gotten a 9.8, but instead of for 9.6, because had Hickman and Michael Bendis. So shout out to Ben, mahalo guy, and I traded a whole bunch of things with cash to get this, and later on 2019 I got Creighton Crane to do a remark on it. So it's Ultimate Fallout number 4, first appearance of Miles Morales, right? He doesn't become the Spider-Man, but this is the first appearance of Miles Morales, later to become Ultimate Spider-Man. Alright? So yeah, this is one of the 25 incentive variants by Marko Dirkovic. And if you haven't read this, I can tell you right now, it's a pretty funny how it doesn't tell you the origin of Miles Morales, but it kind of show you that what he went through, and later down the issue, and I think it was Miles. Anyway, I forgot. Ultimate Comics, some Spider-Man something issue number what, and it later becomes he calls himself the new Spider-Man. But definitely, this is the book to get when it comes to Miles, and I'm very happy to get it in a 9.6. Could be a 9.8, but there's a small little tick. But anyway, I don't want to get in detail about the condition of the book, and it is what it is. All right. So this is my number 2. My number 1, you guys already should know. This consists of 3 books, same cover, same issue, different versions. Okay. My number 1 book in my collection. All right, it might not have the highest monetary value right now. This is at probably about 10 to 12,000. So that's why there's number 2. But number 1, the inside as a comic cover collector, yeah, Spider-Man number 1. Art, interior, covered all done by Todd McFarlane, along with his signature. This is the green label, the cover A. The cover B with the silver, of course, the Todd McFarlane signature. And my third will be the gold, signed with Todd McFarlane. So this 3 version here is my number 1 book in my collection. My top 10 books in my collection. Yeah. Alright. Thanks guys for watching, and until next time guys, where my next video should be coming soon, and hope you catch me live on my my live shows, and and all that good stuff. So till next time, aloha, mahalo, and thanks for watching. Shoot.